PCOS is a hormone nightmare that affects 1 in 10 women of childbearing age. Most choose to suffer in silence, but it's not necessary. Tonight we'll tell you about one patient who got the help she needed to take her life back.
I felt so alone.
Life has changed for Stacy Marriott.
Even though I was this very large woman, I was like invisible.
Her life changed more than once.
I was not a fat child.
Here's Stacy at 5. Here she is at 12.
This is the summer that I started my period.
The year her body would start to change in ways she could never imagine.
Get one hormone off, and it messes everything else up.
Stacy's medical files document the story. Irregular periods, infertility, facial hair, and startling weight gain.
I gained 80 pounds in 1 year.
Here she is at 26.
This is me about 4 years ago. I was 328 pounds.
Stacy was almost 40 when she finally learned she'd unknowingly been suffering with polycystic ovary syndrome, or PCOS. Getting the diagnosis was huge.
It's official. It's a name. There's a name for all of what I have gone through and what I deal with.
Reproductive endocrinologist Dr. Ricardo Aziz explains.
Polycystic ovary syndrome is a complicated disorder. There is no single test.
The diagnosis is often confirmed by an ultrasound of the ovaries. Stacy's
showed cysts on my ovaries. My ovaries were covered.
Very often patients ask me whether polycystic ovaries cause the disease, and they generally are just another sign of the disorder.
Women with PCOS produce too much testosterone, which can stop ovulation. It also triggers growth of unwanted hair.
Men are supposed to have this, not women. And a lot of people can be pretty cruel about it.
Another hormone impacted by the disease, insulin. Women with PCOS are less sensitive to it.
That means that their insulin from their pancreas doesn't work as well to control their sugars.
This pre-diabetic condition makes weight gain easier. And in a cruel catch-22, weight gain makes PCOS even worse.
It was so easy for it to go on.
While patients blame themselves, the real culprit is their genes.
About half of the sisters and 40% of the mothers of patients with polycystic ovary syndrome also have polycystic ovary syndrome.
Dr. Aziz hopes to eventually find a cure, but says for now he can only help patients control it. That starts with drugs to regulate testosterone, insulin, and other critical hormones.
It's very important to tailor the therapy for each patient.
Once Stacy started medication,
all of a sudden I was able to control things a little bit better.
The weight gain stopped. Then Stacy made a decision.
I was ready for a change in my life.
Barely able to walk because she was carrying so much weight, Stacy bought a bike. As for diet,
I tried to balance everything that I ate, and I ate small meals through the day.
She cut out starches and sugars and replaced them with protein, vegetables, and fat from healthy sources. After 2 years of counting, weighing, measuring, and balancing,
I've lost 184 pounds.
So do you work out every day, actually?
Actually, I do.
Stacy's hormones have stabilized. She's now off all medication.
Stacy is certainly a success story.
But
even though I've lost all this weight, I am still very much aware that my PCOS has not gone away. It's gotten better, but I don't consider myself cured.
Stacy still gets regular checks of her hormone levels and blood sugar to make sure her disease stays in remission. Now, if you'd like to know more about PCOS, we have resources on our website. Just log on to myfoxla.com.